Today I'm going to show you how to give an oral drench to a goat. And that basically means just an oral injection. And this could be herbal, this could be with some probiotics or yogurt for young little kids, or it could be some dewormers if you needed to. So we're going to get right into it. But first, before we do, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more homesteading content. I personally love giving drenching as a medicine to goats because it's the easiest way, much better than having to give shots, either sub-Q or intramuscular. And they usually don't mind it, but there are a couple of little tips and tricks that you need to consider in order to do it carefully and make sure that they don't choke or have any issues with getting the medicine down. The only materials you're going to need are just syringes, which they make in different sizes. So depending on what you have to give would dictate what size syringe you would get. Usually we use the 3 cc or 3 milliliter syringes to give most of our things to goats. But one of my favorite things about drenching is that there's such a wide variety of ways that you can give medicine to a goat, whether it's herbal supplements, which could be in the form of just daily wellness, or if they're struggling and you need to give something to boost their immune system, or herbal dewormers as a preventative. On this homestead, we like to do things as holistically as possible, and there's a lot of work and thought that can go into that. And in terms of deworming, that is something that you're going to have to face with your goats no matter what, because goats are super susceptible to parasites. And the reason for that is because parasites have a fairly long cycle, and there's many different ways to get around dealing with parasites that we'll cover in another video with rotational grazing, but they're very susceptible. And so usually I give herbal dewormers to my goats almost every day as a preventative method, and you can always up the quantity of how much herbal dosage you're giving to your goats if there's a problem. But if your goat is showing any signs of illness or what is considered anemia, which you can check by looking at their famacha, their inner eyelid color, which we'll do a video on that as well, then it's very likely that you need to get a fecal test done by a vet to determine what's going on. There's so many different types of parasites, and different dewormers are specific to different parasites. And you do not want to run into parasite resistance, which is using the inappropriate dewormer for the parasite that you don't know that if they have or not. So when in doubt, whenever you have a problem with the goat, make sure that you're running fecal tests. And there's actually a website, if you don't have a vet locally, where you can submit fecal tests online and ship it out to find out exactly what you're dealing with and know how to handle it appropriately. It's also very important when deworming your goats to know the exact dosage and the amount of time. And this is to prevent worm resistance as well. But today we're going to focus on how to actually give an oral drench. And like I said, you can use this for a variety of different medicines. When we had baby goats, we would do some probiotics in the form of yogurt and drench our goats. But we do have some pharmaceutical dewormers that we're going to use today, and I'm going to show you exactly how to properly drench your goat. Depending on the size of your goat, you may need to use a milking stand or a couple of people to hold your goat. I'm going to use my Nigerian dwarf here as an example, who's really easy to work with. And I just will stand in front of him like this. And what you want to do is hold his mouth up high, take your drencher or your syringe to the side, and slowly push down. I don't think he liked that very much. Let's do another one just to recap. Come here, Mo. Now he doesn't want it. Oh, you stinker. You're gonna get a treat. You're gonna get a treat. All right, there we go. All right, head up, syringe to the side, and push down. These probably don't taste as good as the herbal dewormers that I give him, or the yogurt, or any of the treats, so he's not happy about it one bit. So now you know how to properly drench your goats. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel.